A very interesting prospect as coach Sulemane Kamara largely decides not to make any changes to that backline. Kabine Koyate will be expected to shoulder the burden in there. Drame will be helping out in the midfield to anchor the team, and the only change, Nyanya Bare taking the place of Mosa Moise Kamara, who will have to settle for a... taking a quick look at the Uganda Cranes, one of the changes, Chigundu taking the place of Joe Mutakubwa. Habata Chai also brought in, and Hilary Mukundane replacing Odong and Gideon Odongo. Regan Pande takes the place of Jonah Patrick Kakande, while Jude Semugabi starts up front there for Anyama, who's ably replaced in here by none other than no room for error. It all starts now at the Mandela National Stadium. Kickoff of the last game tonight in Group C of the African Nations Championships. Guinea taking on Uganda. Start off the game, quick fashion here. Guinea has always loved a pessy start to the game. Plays playoff and won it in the last edition. As Alan Okello accelerates across the face of the pitch, Gavin Chizito providing support. The cross bent in. Jude Semugabi missed out. Rebound, ball from Megan Pande. No idea what exactly he was looking for there. That should have been on target. That should have been an opportunity to test the goalkeeper. Megan Pande probably struggling from the occasion. Could have done infinitely better, but a huge warning there for Guinea. Drawn to an end, loading the overload, and almost pegged back on the opposite flank. Patch and Barry Nyanya. Header pumped away, and a very fine save from Dennis Chigundu. Goalkeeper here for Vipers Sports Club, just managing to keep an eye there and palms that away from the danger area. Unfortunately known as Bihogo to the fans of Vipers Sports Club. Achai places the ball right in the path of Regan Pande. Can he fashion out something this time round? Crafts the cross. Ball nodded away. Good play from Kabine Koyate. Just put that into touch here for a throw-in. Net run there made by Abdul Karim Watambala. Just arriving. Takubwa once again in the sticks. Long ball launched forward, well controlled. Regan Pande carving his way forward. Jude Semugabi asking a little too much here for the striker. He's a little wasteful with his final ball here. Regan Pande has got in a couple of moments, put himself in good positions here. It's that final ball, the delivery that leaves something wanting. That is a prime example of why he needs to up the ante. But a silky touch there. Just two co-coaches here for the Uganda Cranes, but also one of the two co-coaches for Vipers Sports Club. Last season, successfully hoisting a double. That's the league and the League Cup, as the long ball is brought in, and Joe Mutakubwa plucks that from the air. Right. Played shot. Serun Joji pops the ball in. Regan Pande! He has finally done it! He's been knocking at the door. He's been baying for blood. Chance after chance displaced. But the faith was kept, and the moment has arrived. Come at the hour, come at the youngster. Regan Pande puts the Uganda Cranes in the lead, and it's a raucous crowd here that is sent to absolute delirium in the Mandela National Stadium. Both score and concede in their second group matches. A clean sheet is always out of the question, and Regan Pande keeping that right on the money. Fans cheering, fans chanting, the ecstasy on. A nation united on the pitch, in the stands, and all across the nation. From as far north as Gulu and Arua, all the way to Entebbe. Mbarara, Ntungamo, Chisoro, Banchi, Abubakar, long pass forward for Mohamed. A cross is in. Goalkeeper Joe Mutakuba, fully stretched, puts the ball away. But he's able to get the reprisal here from the halfway line. Furious at Gavin Chizito for having played his man on what would have probably been onside. Now the flag coming up here to bail them out. The Uganda Cranes. Lucky. Pande. Nice flick there from Joel Serunjoji to get Mpande. Flicks the ball in, opportunity. Watambala, but easily outclassed here by Drame. Ugandans quickly dispossess Guinea. Keeping themselves in contention, keeping the ball ticking on the metronome. Here comes Mpande, sidestep, has support from Achai. Achai looks up to fashion out a cross. Wasn't the best of opportunities, but still finds its way to Alan Okello on the opposite flank. Has Gavin for support. Okello twists and turns. Okello in the box area, crossing! And the ball flung away. The attack rampant. Jude Semugabi waiting to pounce. Bewitching footwork there from Alan Okello, enchanting the entire defense, leaving them spellbound. The ball was simply begging for a touch, any sort of touch. And that would have been goal number 2. Fans quite in disbelief, knowing that could have been the moment that doubled the happiness. Chipped pass into space, trying to find space behind the enemy lines. Regan Mpande teasing, taunting, looking to draw his opponent in. Support arriving in Habata Chai, tries to get the cross to Okello! Shot! Saved, smothered. Osmane Kamara, right place, easily covers that down. Brilliant ball. Okello probably needed to connect with that with a little more energy. Now they'll hope that up front they can make amends. Support here from long shot from distance. An attempt by Alassane Bangura, just unable to find his target. Probably speaks volumes about the fact that Guinea are finding it pretty hard now to get into the final third of Ugandan. Guinea 0, Uganda 1. Bangle Cisse going to the ground. Alan Okello with lights and love in front of him, takes the shot and misses it. One-on-one, Alan Okello does not even make the goalkeeper work for it. Oh, he's definitely going to have nightmares about that one later tonight. Kamara out to the flank. Ball headed away here by Gavin Chizito. And that will be it for the first stanza in this encounter. Sending it out for Achai. It's been very instrumental out on the left flank. Now Mpande. Watamba. Okello in ascendance. The Cranes twists one way, goes to the ground. When it looked like it was clipped there, the referee was looking straight at it, and now a difficult decision has to be made. Abubakar Bashir might just have clipped Alan Okello in the box area. Okello with a silky touch, got in. That definitely was contact. Well, the final decision now will rest with the VAR. Took out his legs in the box area, and the Uganda Cranes, clear as daylight from that angle. The Cranes might have themselves a penalty here. Meantime, it's getting feisty as confirmation is that the VAR is checking whether that will be a penalty for the Uganda Cranes. Mole Yekwaso watching on as the referee signals that he will make the check himself. The very first time that the referee gets to trek to a VAR monitor here at the Nelson Mandela Stadium. And the angle, well, pretty clear. There's going to be little doubt here. The referee taking his moment here to consider. referee just trying to ascertain if both feet were in the box area. Or at least that's what I think he is doing. We won't have to hold our breath for long as he treks back onto the pitch. The check is complete. Penalty it is. With his boot, can he calm the nerves? Can he have ice in those veins? Will the star boy make the cranes shine? Takes a cheeky penalty, and it's double the tally. Wasted absolutely no time and goes into his signature celebration. And the rest of the nation joins him in a sheer frenzy. The cranes have doubled their tally here. And the nation of Uganda will finally have their moment in the dance. Molebye Kwaso and his fellow tactician Fred Muhumuza still stoic. Kundane but straight to the danger. Side step, but that could be a penalty here. Referee seems to be pointing to the side. For the moment, there's a bit of indecision on what exactly happened there. A bit of a tangle. Referee had pointed to the spot. The referee has been summoned once again to the VAR check as he now jogs to the monitor to determine whether that will stand as a penalty. We had various angles, seemed inconclusive. Now get the look that the referee gets, sidesteps. Was there contact? Absolutely none. A simulation there. And that is definitely probably going to earn a booking here. He's going to have a booking probably in here for Mohamed Yola. Now the check. Referee still having another glance at it, and finally the decision is made. Trekking back onto the pitch. Decision from VAR, no penalty. Drame out to the flank. Looking to turn the tide. Ismaili Kamara tries to cross the ball here, looking for Musa Kamara. Joe Mutakuwa wasn't to be fooled. Discussions on the bench there, Elvis Monde and Nicholas Muere having had their chance to get in. Going to the ground, Watambala. The referee judges no foul. The shot from distance. Joe Mutakuwa trying to dive to make the save, but the ball was off target. That just goes away for nothing more than a goal kick. Brilliant shot from a distance from a man that continues to show urgency. And if anything will result in this game, it will be Abubakar Bashir. Joe Mutakuwa not happy with his defense there for the moment, for leaving him exposed. Abdul Karim Watambala. Alan Okello launching a long ball. The flag stays down. Ivan Ahimbisiwe failed to bring that ball under control, and his final product. And Guinea look lost at sea, bereaved, weather-beaten, despondent, and at a loss for words. Perfectly timed his run, kept on play momentarily there by Mohamed Kamara. Had a moment to dribble past the goalkeeper. And in that instance, Uganda, just as they conceded goal 3 to Algeria, they score in a similar fashion, rounding off the goalkeeper and slotting the ball calm, cool as a cucumber into the back of the net. An empty net, and one that is begging to be over, for it's considered quite a number. Ivan Ahimbisiwe makes it 3 for Uganda. Mohamed Yola is likely the one to attempt this one. Mohamed Yola strikes it. Mutakuwa, well, was on the mark. The ball just off target, and looks like Mutakuwa might have landed a little awkwardly in that moment. Hurt himself. Much to the frustration of Team Guinea. They have wanted a quick restart there from the corner, but now have to wait. Brilliantly taken free kick, just slightly off the mark. Imbisiwe. Now to Watambala. Abdul Karim gets the ball through. And that will be all she writes in the second game for the two sides. And what a change in fortunes it's been.